right, what's going on, y'all?
What it do? What it do? What it do?
Yes, sir.
I know they miss us. I know they miss us out there. So I'm not. I'm not gonna even say nothing. We might as well go and get right into it, huh? How was your birthday week?
Oh shit, we ain't been. It's only been. Oh shit, we ain't talk about it.
Yeah.
I thought we did.
No.
You just came back in the country.
We ain't even talk about it.
Oh fuck, it was nice. It was cool. It was as good as I expected. What I will say and what I tell everybody and what I always wish for people is that when it's your day, like just celebrate you. Do whatever you want to do that's going to make you happy. Fuck what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Just like really try to do little things that's going to make you smile, that may make that day memorable for you. So this trip kind of was like on my bucket list, and just the fact that I was somewhere else, it was amazing. And actually somewhere that was like, damn, they just shitting on the USA.
What?
Listen,
I don't know, young. I've been to a lot of nice places, but ain't nothing beating USA.
No, look, we're gonna stop. You can't even include yourself in this conversation if you haven't been out the country more than 2 times.
I've been out the country 3 times. So
motherfucker, I should have said 3.
I feel like the fact that they don't accept our money and that their currency is higher than ours, that right there just let me know like they're not, like they're okay over there. Like they're good.
You talking about the euros?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, the euros and the pounds. Both of them are higher in currency than our US dollars. So they were not accepting US dollars. Most countries that I've been to, I could spend my US money over there. But when I went on this trip, it was like my money wasn't good and it was mad expensive. So I was like what the hell? But
did you give them what's better than cash? What's better than cash?
That's what I thought. And I was like, damn, the world is really changing.
Fuck America, man. That's how they feel.
It's definitely changing. One experience that I had, I never sat on a boat before. So like in France, I had my first experience on a boat day.
Tell us, how was it?
It was a heated toilet seat. The fucking toilet seat, it heated up. You do your due, you know, the water comes up, and then it has a blow dryer heat to like dry your little booty off before you get off the toilet. It was amazing.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to experience that. I do like. I want to experience heated toilet seats.
I was like, as soon as I buy my house, this is definitely going to be in my master bedroom. Like, I have to have the heated toilet seat. Like,
wait, you petty? Not you can't get one for the guest bathroom too?
I mean, do they need all that?
Niggas ain't gonna never leave out your toilet. You be like,
oh, the weed. The weed it's okay, and maybe I needed to go somewhere else to find some stronger weed in Amsterdam. But I know the shops just had like the basic shit, like the Gorilla Glue, Gelato, White Widow, like they had different strands, like a whole rack of different strands, but I just feel like the strongest ones that we got was like the basic ones here.
Hey, listen. Did you take the historic 12 miles?
No.
Damn. All right. Well,
12 miles?
Nah, it's like a tour of all the weed shops. That's like they're a mile apart or whatever.
See, I didn't even know about that. So nope, I didn't even do it. Now when I go back, I gotta put that, because a week in Europe in 3 countries was definitely not enough time to do everything that I wanted to do, minus the jet lag and the travel. So from London to Amsterdam, it was like a 4-hour train ride, which I'm mad because let me cuss my friends out and everybody else that I know that's been to Europe that made it seem like it was a quick ass train ride. Like motherfuckers was like, oh, you just hop on a train, boom, you in Amsterdam. Like you hop on a train, boom, you in Paris. So I'm thinking, okay, it's like the metro, right?
Oh, you thought it would be like Metro Rail.
And I'm like, hold up, these are prices. It's like riding fucking Amtrak. Like, I'm like, hold on, these the prices. Okay, all right, cool, that's fine. 4 hours, okay, I ain't know that. Okay, we could do that. Boom, we get to Amsterdam. So from Amsterdam to Paris wasn't long. It was only 2 hours. So that was cool. But even still, like y'all lied to me. Y'all definitely lied to me. But
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to you while you cussing them out. I gotta shout out your circle of travelers. Like Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. I can't talk to any friends of mine that can give me advice on how to move around Amsterdam and or London.
yeah, Paris
I mean, I
was
got
nice.
daily friends who tell me how to move around anywhere besides Virginia, Maryland, DC.
So I like Paris the most because I seen a lot of like us.
Okay.
It was like, I mean, but it is kind of what's fucked up. Is London and Amsterdam was like kind of like clean or like, you know, like really together. They didn't have that much homeless people in Amsterdam. Then you get off the train in Paris and it looked like fucking Union Station or, well, the old Union Station. Like, so
Wow.
kind of like, but it was cool. It was cool.
Niggas in Paris.
It was definitely cool. But I'm back home now, y'all, and we are back at it.
Welcome
Thank y'all
back.
for tuning in. Yes.
Welcome
We got
back.
a lot to talk about today. So I wanted to share a clip with you guys.
Okay.
I want to know what you guys think about it. Because I feel like a lot of people, they look down or they think that doing this specific act is disgusting.
Well, let's check it out.
Oh,
Let's check it out.
I think I know.
They just think it's just, you know, ill. Like,
I think I know where you're going with this.
let's just get into it. Let me share my screen with y'all. Hold on 1 second. Which window is
Let's just give a warning. Some things you can't unsee.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to do it over because I need to share the sound. Because this is my song.
Not eating a nigga ass. Eating a nigga ass. Eating a nigga ass. That's your favorite song, though. Come on. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'll tell you what.
Do it. Okay. All right.
I'll tell you what. AJ Money, have you heard the song?
I think I have.
Classic song. I think it's gonna be the summer song of the summer.
I think so.
The songs
too.
of the summer, I'm very scared of. All three of them.
Let me know if y'all can hear this because it's not letting me know if it's sharing my audio. Y'all hear it?
Nope. Nope. But I'll tell you what though, Sukihana is on fire lately. She's learning how to stay trending on social media.
That is definitely my homegirl. Okay, so say share tab audio.
So you team Ratchet or team Classy? Are there any classy females coming out lately?
No. There's no more Alicia Keys. There's
I'm
no more.
team both. So I have a hashtag called Ratchet Conservative. Because I'm team both. Like.
No. So you see, Jermaine Dupri said that Lotto wasn't liked because she wasn't derogatory and as out as she is now.
Yeah, he said he put out her record. It just didn't go nowhere.
That's
I ain't never seen no push. He pushed Chris Cross.
He pushed Lil Bow Wow.
A lot of people that he pushed actually did something, but maybe I don't know.
Clean too. They were clean too. I don't remember him having a derogatory rapper in his catalog, to be honest with you.
All right, that's my shit.
Class chat.
Here we go. I want to hit a hoe.
Stop fucking.
Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes, I am.
Oh shit. Okay.
Not the car, I got a piss. He just ate my ass, he wanna switch. Now he hit
All right, let me see. Could y'all hear it?
Yes, we could. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That song is everywhere for some reason, young. For some reason.
So the girls they're not feeling it. They're like, girl, that's you. That's not me. We ain't eating niggas' asses, okay? And I want to know from the fellas, why
What do you want to know?
do people look at it as so disgusting?
What part? Eat ass?
Like, what do you want to know?
Females eating guys' asses or guys eating females' asses, like just eating,
I'm not gonna even lie. It just sounds weird. Like, what position are you in getting that done? Like, that's gay. I mean, should we even say that? Should I even say that? I don't know. Look, that's just wild. It's just a wild, nasty shit, man. I don't know why people do what they do. But let me clear up the GAY comment. It's just weird. It's not gay. If people want to experience their own sexual ways, they can. It's just not for everybody. And the ones that don't like it, we shouldn't be questioning on why we don't like it. The people that like it should be questioning on why they like it.
Okay, well, I don't know, but I know as a female, right? That shit just feel bomb as fuck.
Wait,
so,
you know what? Eating butt?
If I was a guy, I can only imagine how it would feel. I mean, guys when females lick the gooch. So, I mean, you just go a couple of...
I mean, I guess since we going crazy, we might as well keep it there. Let's keep it there. Has there been a guy in your catalog that has enjoyed that?
I mean, my husband will. Like, I
Wait,
would never
we're not talking about imaginary made up fantasy.
I would never give another female the opportunity to give my man pleasure that I'm capable of giving him. So if I was married, it's no question. I mean,
but wouldn't that be something he have to tell you he liked first?
Yeah, I mean, if he did, I wouldn't be like, no, because you're not about to go cheat on me.
This fool talking about some. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just saying. So, like, I just think it's funny because when it comes to females delivering that same pleasure to a guy, people are like guys are like, oh, but I mean, if you only knew.
Listen, I feel like whatever people do with their sexual preference is their sexual preference, and it should be theirs, and that's their business. But you know what I'm saying? It's some things that it's just not my business. It's like some things I don't like. I like sucking titties, but I don't want my nipples sucked. Saying. I'm just saying it's weird to me. One time a girl was trying to lick my nipples. I was like, "Can you stop?" It just felt weird to me.
We are going crazy.
I just didn't like it.
It's weird if a guy just wants you to sit there and just suck on his nipples. Like,
I think that's kind of weird.
Like,
yeah. I mean, and it's not weird for him to want his ass ate.
I think that's extra weird. Like, I think that's still weird.
Let's take it to a step further. Let's focus on the lyrics though. She said, "I just ate his ass. He want to switch."
No, he just ate my ass. He wanted. Hold on. She said, "Hop up out the car. I gotta piss."
Yeah. He just ate my ass. He want to switch. Now this is where I'm having a problem. Like, is it like he said, "Now do me"? Like he's like, "Now it's my turn," and that's like, okay, what's happening? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he pulled out that little card from the game when it'd be like swap attack, and you pull out the card and you switch cards with the other player and shit.
Yeah, so she's with that type of guy. Now, I would like to ask Suki, how's that relationship going?
Well, you'd be surprised how many guys actually like that.
I would
me and my friends, we used to have this little joke or whatever, right? And it's kind of like the LV, right? So you may be giving a guy fellatio or whatever, right? And he may be laying down on his back or whatever.
Okay.
And you on top, and you doing your thing or whatever. And then next thing you know, like, one leg go up, right? So that's the L. Right? So you like, okay, like, did this nigga just put his leg up? All right, maybe you try and get into it, right? Yeah. And then next thing you know, niggas up in the V, like, and scooching, and it's like, hold up. Like, what you trying to do right now? So we call that the LV. Like, did that nigga, like, just pull an LV? Like, the fuck? What is
So
he?
y'all have actually it's a name for it. Okay.
That's what me and my friends used to call it because it's funny. It's like what, like, so you know he's trying to get you to go kind of, because what dude is getting head with his both legs up in the air? Like,
Nah, like honestly, right? In movies, every time you see movies and it's some weird dude that got like weird, wild sexual fetishes, he always kill people or something weird.
I don't know. I don't really know
Nah,
about
like movies depict real life. If a guy's going that extreme with his like preferences, he's a wild dude. Like he's a wild dude.
You'd be surprised. I mean, you'd be surprised. I think there's a difference between tongue in the butt and finger in the butt. And with that being said, I think we need to go ahead on to the next topic.
Well, I really believe that
the mature audience
it like that this may be our last episode on here. They may kick us, but at 6:18, I officially heard it. I believe that. I believe this. Like it's like, all right, we need safe words right now. We need this. We need a safe word. Let's come up with a safe word because this is going really crazy.
Safe. Just say safe.
All right, safe, and then it's unsafe. Okay.
I mean, so like, drop down in the comments. Let me know. Is there really is there not a difference? Because to me, I think there's a huge difference between a guy, getting his groceries ate or getting finger popped in a booty. Like, do you guys? I mean, is there not? I mean, like. To me, it's a difference. Like, I don't think it's like homosexual unless it's penetration.
Nah, listen, let's just be clear. It's not homosexual unless it's with the opposite sex. I gotta say that. That's not
the same sex.
Yeah, unless it's with the same sex. That's not fair. That's not fair to put something on a man who's with a woman exploring all types of freaky things and call him homosexual. That's
okay. Yeah. I mean, but most guys think it's like homosexual to get finger popped in the booty or get the tongue in the booty. So I just didn't know. I don't know. I'm a female. I don't know what you guys think. So
I'm gonna have to agree with Maybach Cherry on this, that sex is freedom and you should be free to explore it however you choose to explore it.
I agree.
And I gotta stand on it. It's only homosexual if it's the same sex doing it to you. That's a little.
That's the limit.
That's a conversation that I wouldn't know how to talk to you guys about it.
All right. Speaking of groceries and eating groceries and
speaking
all
of groceries
stuff, I want to move on to Gabrielle Union and this 50-50 topic.
I loved it.
I do too, because we have you on the panel, married individual. So I always like to get, your aspect of things. So she's been getting a lot of pushback, or a lot of people been attacking her relationship simply because she said that her and Dwayne Wade splits the bills 50-50. Now, a lot of people feel like because he is an NBA or retired NBA player, he has all of this money and she shouldn't have to pay any bills at all.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know now, before we talk about how she further explained why she goes 50-50, just off bucks, what do you guys think about going 50-50 in a relationship with your partner?
100%. 100%, especially if it's your wife. I mean, with your girlfriend, you playing a dangerous game going 50-50 with the bills. She should be able to prove that she can handle her own, you can handle your own, and then y'all bring y'all stuff together. Then you go 50-50 because she understands that I'm paying way less than I was paying by myself. That's the reality. All these people talk about 100% should be, most of them are single. I mean, that's just the reality of the world. Like, ain't no way in hell that you can live in this world thinking that one person's supposed to do everything. Because there's risk and dangers with that. In my opinion, there's risk and dangers with that. So, no. 50-50, Gabrielle Union gets a gold star from me. And, I'm real hard on Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
So, She gets a gold star for me from that one.
J Money, how do you feel about that?
I totally agree with SIXXCESS, and I do feel like it's just messed up that people.
Can you speak up?
I totally agree with SIXXCESS. Like, I totally agree with SIXXCESS, and I just feel like people are messed up, and I don't know. I just feel like a lot of women are delusional, thinking that a man owes them something when getting into the relationship, or he needs to do this for me. Like, nah. And I feel like I'm scared of the women who's like, oh, they asking another man to pay their bills. Bitch, that means you're not responsible for yourself. Like, nah. If you can't pay your own shit and make your own way, and then when y'all come together, y'all split it 50-50, no, I don't agree with it. So I absolutely and totally agree with SIXXCESS on this one.
No, listen, like, you know what has messed up the frame of that, though?
Right.
Because wait.
Before you go on, let me just give my little 2 cents.
Let me get it.
I disagree. Depending on what your definition of 50-50 is, right? So if you're talking about financially, then to me, I still disagree because it depends on who makes more or what type of living situation you're in. As a whole, like, I feel like if you're doing 50-50 financially, you should be doing 50-50 outside of just the finances, which is including in the house. So are both of you guys cleaning the house? Are both of you guys doing laundry? Are both of you guys buying amenities for the house? Like, are both of you guys both taking time to take care of the children, picking nights to do homework? The only time that I really feel like it should not be 50-50 is if you expect a woman to take care of the household and work and split the bills 50-50. Like, I think that's not fair.
Correct.
I feel like in that aspect, the man should be willing to financially put up more, being as though she's taking up more on the other end. So
100%. 100%.
that's just my perspective on it.
100%. But that perspective is prehistoric in today's world. Right?
No, it's not.
Nah, I mean, this, like, hear me out right real quick, right? In today's world, it is more likely that a man is assuming homely roles, cooking, cleaning, watching after the kids, especially if him and the woman are together. Now, the one thing you touched on is who makes more, right? Now, in that regard, the question is still, it should be 50-50, because then the question of who makes more doesn't matter. If you make 30-40K a year and I make 25K a year, 20K a year, together that's 50K a year. If our bills are only 12K, 15K, 20K a year, together we have 30,000 to do stuff with.
See, but that would all be good if everybody put all their money in one pot. When I hear conversations like this, I'm thinking, okay, the guy makes 150K, the woman makes 80K, that's 230, right? But we're splitting the bills 50-50. So if our mortgage is 2,000, he's paying 1,000, I'm paying 1,000, which wouldn't be fair because he makes more, right? So maybe he should put up more. That way I can take care of whatever else, little small things that need to be taken care of.
I mean, let's just look at the facts here, right? Why shouldn't it be required 50-50 during the relationship, when if the relationship ends, it's required to get 50-50?
Here we go.
No, really? Really? Come on.
If the divorce came into play,
if the divorce comes into play and I want half, I deserve half. That's how it goes. Like, and now the thing that you said, the one thing that I do agree with, if a woman is still in the prehistoric times, taking care of the home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of her man, 100%, 9 times out of 10, I should say, her man is more than happy to take care of her.
You know what I want to just go ahead and throw out there? I feel like you call it prehistoric, but it seems like almost every culture is still doing it outside of the Black American culture.
But that's why I say prehistoric, because I'm talking in our culture, right? Like, in our culture, we see the turn up. We see the mommies are the hustlers. Dads are at home playing the video game. What you doing? What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and we live in a real society. And the thing about it is, a lot of people don't try to acknowledge the realness and where we live. They look at things like how they used to be a lot, and it's not the same no more.
Well, I feel like you could create your own. You create your own reality in that situation. Like there are still people who are raised in those prehistoric ways. There are still people who believe. There are a lot of men, especially in this what do you call it community. I don't even want to speak them up, but there are a lot of guys that are like, I make the money, like I'm the alpha male, like I want, you need to shut up and cook and clean. There are a lot of guys that feel this way. What do you
That
call
male
it?
chauvinist ego. And you know, it's only in our community.
The Fresh and Fit followers, the Kevin Samuels followers, like those guys, they still like they want you to go 50-50 and still be in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you listen to a lot of them speak, that's kind of what they're saying. So when you say 50-50, is it 50-50 with the household and the finances, or are you just specifically speaking about finances? That's where people need to be specific.
No, I think people are just making it way too complicated. If you're in a relationship with somebody, there might be certain things that you have to do. If you're in a relationship, you're not going to be the one who wants to cut the grass and do the yard work. You know what I'm saying? That might not be for you. You might need to say, okay, cool. Maybe neither one of y'all want to do that and you'll hire out. Or maybe you do have somebody who's like, all right, cool, I'll do this part. But in the relationship, people need to stop putting expiration dates and price tags on their relationship. You know what I'm saying? I just think the mindset too is messed up. Oh, if this man's not making this much money, she don't want to be with him. If this girl's not making this much money, no, just be with that person for who they are, meet them where they are. And yes, 50-50 will come into play because it's great if you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all get paid on opposite weeks. So y'all know every Friday y'all got a check coming in. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying 50-50 on everything, they might be like, all right, cool. If y'all have a relationship like, look, I'm trying to save for a new car. All right, let's try to save, do this. Let's save so we could build and do something together. That 50-50 shit's not going to matter. It only matters to somebody who's doing tit for tat and is looking for a win in the end, or is looking for at the end, all right, I'm going to divorce this motherfucker and come up with it. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You said something that I wanted to get y'all perspective on, and I meant to get it last week, but here we are this week. So I think Ebony K. Williams has been under fire because of what she said in regards to not dating a bus driver, right? Or service worker. So y'all don't know, but I'm kind of comedic, you know, with my friends and shit. So I'm like, I call my cousin, I'm like, this bitch ain't never met a metro driver. Like, has she been to the DMV? Like, she talking about something she was at what? Like, you know, and I realized, I'm like, okay, well, I understand her perspective. She makes X amount of money. She wants someone that is on her level or better. But if we're talking about like just meeting someone and getting to know someone, I just feel like our metro bus drivers, like they be looking good.
But you know,
like,
but like
they get paid, like
being a man, I didn't even hear, like I heard the conversation, right? But I didn't translate that into someone like how you translating it, right? I translated it into service workers are not goal oriented. You know what they're going to do. They're going to wake up in the morning and go service people. They're not going to try to make their sales, put themselves in position. And for real, you know where their ceiling is. Like, all right, cool.
I agree. I thought that as well. So I did. I that's why I said I understand where she's coming from when she's saying, you know, she was raised to be an entrepreneur or have like a certain type of mindset. So I see what she's saying when she's like, she don't want someone of that. She wants someone that's like-minded.
Service workers and entrepreneurs do not work out. Like it's certain fields that just don't work out with people that are entrepreneurs. Like,
no, she's right. She just needs somebody like-minded, right? And some people just want the security. They want to know that, okay, cool, I know my person has a job. They work this job Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. They get paid every 2 weeks on Friday. We're secure. We know what's going on. Working with somebody who's a lash tech or a hair tech, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, who does something like that in that industry, they know that the money's not going to be consistently the same every single day. Even when I'm talking to a girl who might be a hair tech or a lash tech, the money might not be the same every day. They might not get clients every day. But if they working to build stuff up and have a goal, the relationship's going to be different. It's hard to work with somebody when you're like, all right, how you making money? And they're like, shit, I'm gonna do DoorDash, and that's gonna compare to your.
But it's more crazier than that, J Money. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, like you said, they want like-minded people. You want somebody that understands what I had to go through to make it, what I have to go through to stay on top. You don't want somebody questioning your every move. Why you got to go there? Why you got to do that? Like, it's crazy when you trying to think about it. There's a lot of relationships that ended because someone decided to chase their dreams and not do the American dream pie, not follow that course. So when you start thinking about it like that, man, it's weird out here.
You know what's funny is even though I wouldn't mind still working a 9 to 5, I don't have any problems with that. To me, it's your mindset while you're working there, like you said. I remember at one point I was talking to somebody, and it was just like how they sacrificed they were so smart, and I was like, you have so many ideas, you can be your own boss, but how they were enslaved to this company, it just, to me, it was, I don't want to say kind of weak, but as someone that's even that knows that, it is hard to try to do your own thing, but at least try, you know what I'm saying? Want to get out of this data, want to do more than what you're doing. It kind of was I don't know.
No, listen, let me tell you something.
You're
a black man,
ever, or you're working here to meet a specific goal,
Yeah, it's like a person will easily get trapped by the money and give up their goals if the money seems like they're making what they would make, or the goal seems like it's going to take too much money. They'll 100% become a slave to the money. And that's why one of my biggest mottos is I do not chase the money anymore. Because I gave up a lot of dreams when I was younger, chasing the money. I was like, I'm making this much. Oh, I'm here. 2 years later, I'm realizing, dang, I gave up everything. So it's like a lot of people that get older, they don't understand that, but it has to be what it has to be. The reality, and I believe that in every relationship, it has to be 50-50 everything, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody can bear the burden of 75-30, 80-20. I mean, that's why people say I don't want to sign a record deal. I don't want to. I can't give up 80%. I can't do that. They know it's not.
The big key is just somebody that can be there through thick and thin, like somebody that you could be with, and no matter what, they're like, all right, cool. It is what it is. We're gonna make this shit work. You know what I'm saying?
Does it exist though?
Nah. You said what?
Nah, it does. It does. But people are not investing that time.
I think it does exist too. But when I say does it exist, it's like this new generation. They're not willing to stick around.
No.
No, everybody's like, as soon as you fall off, all right, deuces next.
Everybody got their rules. Yeah. Everybody got their rules.
Everybody has made an expiration date. It's like spoiled milk. After a certain amount of time, you can't buy the milk from the store because it's expired. At certain times, you can't leave food in the store for a certain while because it's expired. People are putting expiration dates on their relationship, on their people. Oh, if this person does this, I'm done. I'll never talk to them again. I'm never going back with my ex. Oh, if they do this, they disrespect me. I'm going to block their number. I'll put them on do not disturb. It's a whole bunch of little shit, but it adds up to big shit. Because literally, if you look at it, you're just like, you know what? If somebody can communicate and talk it out, you can't get no.
Why do you think it is? Why do you think it is?
Social media.
There it is. No. It's 100% social media. Why would anybody tolerate anything when there is another suitor trying to play the role?
Yep.
And it's good.
I was gonna say, so SIXXCESS, you said something a minute ago in regards to reality in these days and how the women are more so at work and the men are more so at home, taking care of the kids, playing video games, et cetera, et cetera. Yep. My question to you guys is, do you think men are more likely to cheat when they are stay-at-home dads?
No. It's the working man that's more likely to cheat.
Yep. I agree with that too. There's more opportunities for him to cheat.
And I'm going to tell you like this. It's that man that is willing to tell you, I'm gonna pay all these bills and all that other stuff like that, and I'm gonna take care of you and I'm gonna treat you like a queen. He's gonna be the one that's gonna be telling a lot of different women the same thing.
I heard
All right.
that.
Okay, so this guy, he's just rambling off about why he thinks Queen Aisha's guy isn't being faithful. But one thing he did mention is that coincided with what I just said is he said, I mean, like basically, of course he's cheating. He's at home all the time. She's away at work, you know. So I'm gonna play this clip and then we're gonna come back and talk about it.
Do you think Clarence is faithful to Queen? Me personally, no. I don't think. And then I heard stories, I heard rumors. You know.
Oops, my bad. Sorry.
Somebody asked me, do you think Clarence is faithful to Queen? Me personally, no. I don't think. And then I heard stories, I heard rumors. You know, with him going out to, I think that was Kai party and stuff like that. Some girl told me like he went downstairs in one of the yachts. I swear to God on my life, I'm not trying to do. Bro, listen to me. Listen. I swear to God, I heard this, bro. And I'm not even gonna say the girl who told me, but she was like, yeah, it was some girls that went downstairs and went with Clarence and like in a yacht. I guess there's rooms in the yacht, and there was girls. Like, yeah, I felt. She said he had a security guard, and then nobody was able to have their phones. And the girl went downstairs, but that don't mean he's cheating on her. I'm just using that for an example. But I feel like no man with her being gone all the time and him being a stay-at-home mom, I don't think that he's being faithful. I'm just being honest. I think he's smart with it though. Of course he's smart with it. That's just me personally. I think he's smart with it, but of course he's not being faithful to her. Like, come on now.
He gotta shut the fuck up.
Now you know why he feel like that though. You know why he feel like that? Because
fuck his feelings.
The pun he threw at the end about a stay-at-home mom was why he felt like that. He probably seen some stay-at-home moms doing a lot of cheating.
He needs to shut the fuck up first and foremost, because one, it wasn't even any of his business to even go there. Whatever's happening, he didn't see Will Smith smack the shit out of Chris for talking about his wife. Keep his fucking wife's name out your fucking mouth. This nigga need to watch his fucking mouth first and foremost. And why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why do you feel comfortable enough to go on for over 30 seconds talking about what you think another man's doing? If he is, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Let's speak facts though. Shut the fuck up. Let's speak facts though. That wouldn't have happened if he was at home playing the game still. I heard he was at some yacht party. That's what I heard that man say. That was at a yacht party. Wouldn't have happened if he was still at home playing that game like he was supposed to be, though. I'm gonna tell you, like I just said, IJS. There would be no speculation if he was at home in the gamer seat where he belonged. But hey, men that play 2K ain't got time to cheat. Call of Duty ain't got time to cheat. And watch a baby, they ain't got time to cheat. Baby snitch these days. They gonna tell. They gonna tell.
I don't know.
In order for you to say that, you have to believe that stay-at-home moms cheat, and I don't believe it. I believe that the roles have solely reversed. I think that's why we're seeing a lot more women cheat and move on.
Stay-at-home moms don't cheat when the gardener, the plumbers.
I do believe. Yeah, but I do believe stay-at-home moms cheat, but I only believe that stay-at-home moms cheat after a series of knowing and having to be quiet about it because it's their source of living, but then they eventually cheat after so much. Like, they're not going to just cheat on a stay-at-home mom is not going to cheat on a good, loyal dude. She is going to eventually cheat on the dude that she keeps hearing about him with Miss Pearly, with the office wife, with the girl at the bar, because you know he's going to the bar.
That's a good perspective. So why do men cheat? Because I don't think it matters if a man is a stay-at-home dad or if he's a workaholic. A cheater's a cheater, and all men cheat.
Y'all don't listen. I got to tell y'all. It's only one reason why men cheat, and I'll go after J Money speak.
No, I was gonna say a cheater is gonna be a cheater, and they're gonna continue to be a cheater. You can't take that against them. That's just what they are. If they cheat in the game, if they cheat at certain things, this is who they are. They're showing you who they are. Believe them when they say that. But I was just gonna say my situation was different because I was cheated on when I wasn't working a job. You know what I'm saying? I was staying in the house and got cheated on. And then I'm gonna tell you what it really was, which was crazy. She tried to flip it on me like I was the bad guy. She was like, my women's intuition is telling me that you seeing somebody else. And I was just like, yeah, you know, a lot of times when people say that, it's a reflection of them, right? And let me just tell you, because at the time I had the MacBook, and if y'all know how MacBooks work, you know, when you log into the MacBook, you can see everything. You can see text messages and all that stuff, right? So I was sitting on the MacBook, and the MacBook kept binging, but my phone wasn't. My phone was sitting on my lap. So I clicked on the message, and that's how I caught her, you know what I'm saying, in the act of the cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, don't always put it on the men like the men always cheat. Women cheat too. They just do it in a different way.
Yeah, but like I just said, bruh, what did her response to you, even though you disregarded it, was her woman's intuition was telling her that you was doing something.
So she decided to.
She looked. Everybody, man and woman, is looking for support. 100% unquestionable support. Support my bullshit. Support my goods. Support everything. Support my dreams. Support my goals. The reality of it is, when one person feels like they're not getting supported, you're gonna search for that support. And enough support, well, that can shift the tides to anything. Exactly. That's just the reality.
So you don't believe that men just cheat like spontaneously, like they're just sexual beings, and
I don't believe anybody cheats, man or woman, just spontaneously. I believe that all cheating is built up, and all cheating
is just a drunken night, because people have plenty of.
Because listen, if you knew I'm gonna tell you like this. If a man or a woman knew off a drunken night that their significant other was always down for whatever, whenever, they would go home and get it on. The reason why they don't, because in their mind, they know when I go home, the night's over. The fun's over. No, really. The fun is over. Once I walk through this door, it's right back to regular. You know what I'm saying? So people not understanding, like, in relationships, they're not making it fun for each other no more. Like, they're not making it fun for each other no more. Everything is why you doing that? Why you gotta go there? What's that for? Who's that? What's that? Who's that? Everything is like interrogation because of this world that we see. And it's like, oh man, you can't turn on a new TV series without somebody cheating. You can't watch a movie without somebody cheating. You can't goddamn turn on your goddamn social media and scroll through it without somebody cheating. It's like you watching the jump and you see all your mans you know got girls, and all the girls you know got dudes liking all random jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. So and for real, people have made the likes cheating. People have really got so far as you don't even have to have sex anymore. You just have to like it, and you're a cheater. So the reality of it is the rules of engagement have changed dramatically. And honestly, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge the fact it's changed because of financial statuses have changed.
In a way.
Kind of,
I think not only the financial status, but just the positioning. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many. I don't think there's anything wrong with independent women. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that too many women want to say, they're going to have a baby. We don't need the man. Get rid of him. He's a surrogate father now. I'm going to do this on my own. And it doesn't work like that. That boy or that little girl needs both parents. They need mother and father. But people are like, nope, they don't. I grew up without mine. My child's going to be good without it. And you
know, they say that at first, and then they want sympathy for being a single mother, and that's why my sympathy is limited to single mothers, because it depends on the situation. Like, is he dead? Yeah. Like, I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like, did you just choose not to have this man in this kid's life? Like,
Yeah.
What is the situation? Did you know the type of person he was before you did what you did? Like, people do change, but my sympathy is situation based when it comes to single mothers, specifically because of what you said. So yeah. So the next topic, y'all, is very triggering.
Okay, pow, 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 trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning. So there's been a lot of back and forth and division and just, I mean, the clip, shout out to Iz, that I watched, I was able to gain different perspectives on this topic. This hit close to home because my father was an immigrant, and the way he viewed Black Americans, I thought was wrong at a young age. I used to tell him, so why are you here then? So I go back to Africa, you know, because I'm from here. I'm born here. I'm an American. I'm African, but I'm an American. So it was a struggle because I'm raised in Black American culture, but I have a cultured African father. So we bumped heads a lot because you raised me here. Most of your friends are Americans, and you know, of course, I got my family. But you allowed me to grow up in this culture, and then you want to talk trash about it, as if to say your child is not a part of it.
Speak on it.
You guys, this hit close to home. I'm going to go ahead and share this clip, and then we're going to discuss. Make sure y'all can see this. Okay.
Immigrants laugh at a lot of Black Americans. So imagine this. Imagine you live in India, right? You move your family. It's you, your wife, and you've got 2 kids. You move your family over here and you have nothing once you get here. Or let's say you've got $3,000 to your family's name by the time you get here. By the way, you don't speak English very well at all. Very broken English. You can barely even understand it. Yet you apply for 200-300 jobs, find yourself a job, you start making money. From there, you're working your butt off and you're saving every penny while also helping take care of your family. Your wife is working as well. You both are taking care of the children, obviously. You work your butt off for 10 years, save up enough money, right? Then you start your own business. From this point, as your business started, it struggled for the first year or 2, but you know, you had a good savings and now your business is starting to become profitable. You're starting to make money. Then you kick it into overdrive, you push the business even harder, and now you're making even more money. Now it's about time for your kids to go to college. So you've been saving up for their college fund, and now you look to start sending them to school. Your kids go to school, they become doctors or lawyers or surgeons. They graduate 2 years after college, after they're done with their schooling, are now making 6 figures a year regularly. You then see people that were born here with every opportunity that you dreamed about having and moved your family across the world from, and they're busy blaming the fact that they're not successful on the things that happened 200-300 years ago to their grandparents, their great-great-great-grandparents, right? I don't understand how immigrants don't look at that and they're not like, oh my God.
So, and did you guys hear that?
Yes. And I agree.
Yep.
You agree with what part?
With what he said, I just feel like some people get in their own way. People are still complaining about reparations. I don't even know what the hell is happening in California or how California is getting reparations for slavery. Very highly confused about that because that's a Western state where it's not even like a Southern state or something where slavery was happening. But that's a whole nother situation. But yes, I feel like people make all these excuses and trying to blame slavery like you weren't alive, nor was your mother alive during slavery, but you're using that as an excuse for what's happening here today. No, make the best out of it. I know people who've come from other countries, and then within 5 years, they've started their own business. They went to school for 4 years, and after those 4 years of school, they started their own business. Some people come to America just for the expense of the education because the education system is cheaper in America. So I do agree with what he's saying. I feel like a lot of people get in their own way and want to blame other people for shit that don't got shit to do with them.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Success. I'd like to hear your take on this. I
just wanted to get close to make sure I was saying the words come out of J Money's mouth as he was saying that. I would now Now, usually this will be something easy. Being a white man, I know my take on this is very offensive. But let's be real here, brother. When last time you tried to go apply for a business loan and you've been running your business for quite a long time? What do you think they will say to you being a black American?
Wait, let me stop you. Wait. Let me stop right here and interject because I've thought of that already. And there's no box for African. So when these Africans, Haitians, Nigerians are Africans, but Caribbeans, with any other race of black people that come here and get these same business loans that you're talking about, they have to check black. It doesn't say black African. It just says black or African American. So continue.
We just watched a clip on this show 3 weeks ago, a Chinese woman explaining how she's able to come into this country and get loans in the same locations that we can't.
Mm-hmm.
This is a clip about him showing how immigrants are able to get these loans, business loans, and do the same things that black Americans. Oh, let's just be clear. All these black Americans are complaining about the same thing. So
the same loans that black people that are not black Americans get. Let's not forget a lot of these black immigrants get these same business loans and have businesses all over America. Stores, restaurants, clubs. Look at most of the clubs in DC. Look at the biggest club in DC is owned by Africans.
Yeah.
West African. So you know what I'm saying? So how can, when you say that, and I've been thinking about a lot of this. So when you say that, it doesn't have no weight because the black immigrants are getting these loans that you're saying that black Americans can't get. How is that possible?
It doesn't matter though.
Still checking the box that says black and it doesn't separate black American from black African. How is that possible?
It's not about that. It's not about that box, right? It's about the generational curse that was put on your family. Like in that time, there's only a percentage of black Americans. No, there were only a percentage of black Americans that had businesses that was able to hand them down to their families. For the most part, every black person in America, except for a small 1 percentile, is starting over from what, the 80s, 90s, 2000s?
Okay, and I'm gonna stop you right there because there were civil wars in certain countries around the 80s, and I'm limiting this to black immigrants and black Americans. This is not a versus. I just put that in the title, but this is basically to say how are these people still able to come in the 90s, in the 2000s, even now, still coming over here, working their asses off, taking the jobs that black Americans don't want, working their asses off, double shifts, triple shifts, getting their money up, getting these loans, opening their businesses and still succeeding. You can't say like what's holding black Americans down now, right now, today. You can't
compare a West African man who comes.
Ethiopians. Look at Ethiopians.
Let's say you can't compare a non-American man or woman that comes to America with nothing. Nothing means a fresh start. Nothing
means McDonald's, works at Taco Bell, runs toilets,
I can tell you how.
Nursing jobs.
That means a fresh start. That means a fresh start.
When you're born, you get a fresh start. So we're not. I guess the group of people that may be complaining now, they weren't born in. I don't want to say they weren't born into this because I do believe that there are caps like redlining and all of that stuff. I do believe that there are caps and there are things that hold people that's non-white down. I do, and that's for all races, especially the Asians. Like they don't really care for the Asians either. So how are these people able to come and still take advantage of these opportunities? And people are complaining that they can't rise to the top and haven't even started at the bottom.
Well, one thing that's going to always demographically define us and make sure we straight those things that they ask you for on every application, your social security number. And when they see a certain set of numbers, they know you're born in Southeast DC. And they see a certain set of numbers, they know you're born in Mo County or freaking Dallas, Texas or West India. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things go against you. They let people know where you're set at. And these things are strikes against you. When
I
you
thought
come
so
from West,
too, until I've seen people that have certain social security numbers of people that like immigrants may have the same ones as regular people that's here, but it's like DC or so. I don't know if DC has its own. So how do
yes,
they determine if you're an immigrant or not just by the number if that number applies to both?
nah, if it ain't no way. If you ain't from DC, you ain't got the 577 or 578 joint.
Yes, I know someone who's not from DC but came and got their immigration status in DC, and it starts with 578. They weren't born here.
Yeah, he got his immigration status moved, and he got a new social security number to make him an American citizen. But even when you look that joint up, it starts at that date that he got that.
No, but I'm saying, how can you tell if it's 5-7? Like, right? So we're saying Black Americans don't have the same opportunity as other Black people, right? So if this person is not American and they're Black, and there's an American that's Black, and both of their social security numbers start with 578, how do they determine which one gets the loan or not? Like, how can they just by that information just right there? Like, how?
Just that with the 1 percentile, the 1 percentile is going to get it. It's the 1 percentile.
It's not even just that. Like I was saying this to you earlier this week too. Some people keep the money in their community, and they know that. They know certain races are going to keep the money in their community. They know that the Black race is going to spend out immediately. The Black race, if you hit the lottery or win over a certain amount of $1,000, you're going to go buy a car, you're going to buy jewelry, you're going to buy out. They know that if this money goes to the Jewish, they're going to spend it at a Jewish shop. They're going to put this money into a Jewish bank and invest it into a Jewish. Whose fault
is that? Whatever. Is that white? Is that oppression? No,
it's not anybody's fault. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm saying what it is they don't have the financial. No, I'm just saying they don't have the financial understanding to do these things. So that's why other people come in the country and they're like, oh, okay, if I do this for 5 years, this will build my credit up and give me financial gain, and I can go to the bank and do this. But other people, when they turn 18, their kids, when they turn 18, they don't have credit. They didn't have them on as an authorized user on the credit card, so they don't know certain things until it's late. And then they're like, oh, okay, I didn't learn this stuff until after. No, they don't teach you this stuff in school. In other countries, they're teaching you, okay, this is what you need to do to build a foundation for your family, and this is how you do it. Here, they're not teaching that. But other countries are teaching that, and that's why. Let
me ask y'all a question, right? Let me ask both of y'all a question. Like, have y'all ever like went to y'all parents and asked them like why you got in trouble for something when you was younger, and only to find out that it was something totally different than the reason you thought you got in trouble?
I rarely got in trouble, so when I did, I knew exactly what the fuck I did. Yeah, so now.
So, like, in this whole regard, like, you're asking Black Americans to explain why they get the short end of the stick. We should be asking the people that give the short end of the stick why. I mean, all of us, when we come together, we're going to have a different reason on why we're getting in trouble or why we're being punished. But the reality of it is the punishers have never said why. So
okay, I guess for me, the big question is, all right, we know what happened. We understand the history, right? But why are we still acting as if we can't be successful and we can't do certain things? Like, we see a lot of people becoming successful. So why are we still like, and this is the narrative that is carried across the world, is like Black people are just crying that they can't be successful. Meanwhile, all the media shows is Black people hurting each other, robbing each other. I guess all the worst things about Black people is what's being showed around the world, right? And then you have, on top of that, you have Black people saying, oh, well, we're like this because of what happened to us 200, 300 years ago. And I guess it's like, but we're in the now. So why are you blaming, like, why isn't there a corrective type of behavior, I guess, is what a lot of people trying to.
Yeah, but and I find like I ask people to ask those type of questions like, why are you asking the person to change without asking the whole spectrum to change? I mean, like, why should I walk around expecting or believing times have changed when I can still be yanked out of my car and a knee be put on my neck for 9 minutes?
See, but
Right.
that's the emotional part of it, that it's like mentally traumatizing yourself, because when you look at the numbers, that's not really what's happening every day. And I'm just saying,
Well, no.
I haven't done my
talking
research.
from my own.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm talking from my own experience. I'm
Okay.
talking from my own experience. Me being young, black, successful, driving my Mercedes Benz past a police officer, wanted him to pull me over for a tail light being out. When I responded, well, my Mercedes has an indicators and sensors all over it. It tells me inside if any lights is out. That can't be true. What am I done? What happens to me? Pulled out the vehicle and asked the infamous question, whose vehicle is this? So that happened to me. Now, could I question would that have happened to a white young white successful man? If maybe had I told them I'm really white, I just have this skin here, maybe they wouldn't have asked me whose Benz it was. But that happens to us every day.
Well, I never really like to speak on a black man's experience, because I mean, I had 3 days of living as a black man, but I didn't experience any of that. And it's, it's not, I don't know what it feels like. So that's why I'm kind of here enjoying this conversation with you, because I understand that one thing that you're talking about. But as a whole, I feel like the culture,
as a whole,
failing. Like, as far as a whole, we have a lot of black people that are trying to be successful, but what is displayed across the board is just, okay, you have your kids killing each other, but you're complaining about oppression, and make it make sense.
Let's dive deeper into it. You got one of those friends that you can send them your new business, your new, let's use music, your new single. They won't post it, but they will definitely post a shootout that happened around the corner. They will post an update on somebody murdered.
Yeah.
But they have not posted anything positive about you at all that you share to them. So when you start saying, look, I don't want to share. I see what they like. Like, I don't have to share shows and shit like that. I don't have anything destructive happening in my life, so I'm not going to post anything. And then they question, like, oh, I didn't know. Well, because you're only focusing on what's being presented. So we have to ask ourselves, why would the media only show us this? What we don't like talking about. What happens when they start talking about a young black teen going to college? Turn channel. But a shootout happening on the street. Oh, let's turn it up. I need to hear this. So we can't blame the media for giving the people what they want. Like, these people tell us every day, we rather hear the ratchet shit. We rather hear the bad shit. One day I posted, pray for my friend. I posted on my joint, pray for my friend. And everybody went to his page. Are you okay? What's wrong? I was like, dang. Like, that's what happens when you pray for somebody now. We like the negative. So come on now.
One perspective that I don't like is that Black Americans just kill each other, because I feel like it happens in third world countries. Like, there are people just murdering each other for food, for land, and all types of stuff. But it gets magnified as if to say this is the only culture that actually goes through that. Now, I would say the killings of each other seem to be a lot more senseless here in America. But I mean, that's up for debate.
No, like I'm trying to tell everybody, I tell everybody, listen, take a week off, unsubscribe from everything urban. What I mean by urban is black, but let's use the word that they're going to use. Because when you watch it like these urban media outlets, that's what they're giving you. Tune into like some white joints, some Mexican joints, some Chinese joints. They're going to spew you with their violence as well. And you're gonna be wild and baffled. And you're going to understand that it's not just us. We're just subscribed to our stuff. And our stuff is only letting us know what our lifestyle is. And that's why we feel like it's so nice when we go to a white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, wait a minute. They steal cars here too? You be baffled when your shit gets stolen there too. They break in houses here too? Yes. There people get killed here too? Yes. Kids get kidnapped here too? Yes. But it really doesn't matter. It's just about what we're subscribed to.
So I have another question. How do you feel about immigrants or people outside of Black American culture that think Black Americans are lazy? They feel like they'll rather sell each other drugs or get government assistance as opposed to do the low-end jobs or what they may feel that the jobs are below them.
I don't believe
and the immigrants come over here and work these jobs and build the economy of the country. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel like anybody that came here by choice has the right to speak on people who are here by force.
Are you here by force or do you have the choice to leave?
See, the thing about it is, it's not about me, and I'm here by force. I can't leave because
I'm talking about Black Americans.
But yes, let's be real.
Here, but within the past 60 years, you had the opportunity to find life elsewhere, just like immigrants find life here. Why don't Black Americans or whoever feels like this country is so bad search for?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Because what they promote to us, they promote to those countries that America is the land of the free. What they promote to us is they ain't got no water. This country is too expensive. This country got to answer to the queen. Like, come on now. We look at that shit like, what, the queen? Shit, I ain't answering to the queen. I ain't knowing that. You know, like, come on, like, understand this. And there's a lot of things that we don't have, but we have not enough time in the world to deal with that's in the segments. But there's a lot of other restraints that Black Americans have that immigrants just don't have.
You know that there are still towns in the United States that don't have running water?
I believe it.
No,
that's due to corporate America.
I mean, but
not due to not having the resource. America has plenty of water. Like America has plenty of water. Some corporate America has contaminated that water system, that water source. Somewhere, some greedy person has messed up that system's ecosystem.
Or the people who just still living out of well water.
Yeah, listen, that's still water. That's still a water source, though. That's still water. Go get that water.
But it's not running water.
Yeah, but they've chosen to not. They've chosen to not. They've chosen to not.
Water. So if you have money, you can go to a country and create your own system of running water because water is out there. So why stay somewhere that you don't want to be, or that you feel it's so hard to make it in?
I don't want to say all Black Americans because we can't say that all Black Americans are the same. Everybody knows they probably have that one person in their family, that lazy ass uncle or that drunk ass uncle or whoever that may be, or that person in their family who they're not going to look to as a leader. They're not going to look to be like, hey, when I'm coming in your town, pick me up from the airport, because they know that this person is not responsible. There's certain people that hold more responsibilities just because of how they grew up, just because of how they learned. And they might take on that initiative like, okay, when I'm 18, I'm going to do something for this town. And some people are like, all right, when I turn 18, I'm getting the fuck out of this town. So we can't blame that on immigrants or Black America. I just feel like it's the individuals and how they grew up in their society and their experience. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what it is. You can't just say, oh, all Black Americans are lazy. No, they're not. But some of them niggas is.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of the immigrants are lazy. I mean, like that. That's like
That's true.
there's some of everybody. Everybody has a lazy person in their group. That's why they named them lazy people. Like so,
Right.
any complaint could be made about any group of people, ethnicity, religion, whatever the case may be. There's going to be one out that bunch. There's going to
Yeah,
be
Mike.
one. That's
Yeah.
why it is. That's why I tell people like I don't care about what the media say about Black America because honestly, I'm subscribed to a lot of white America things as well, and I see it. I'm like, wow, dude, they are crazy.
So, how do you guys feel about the statement that America, the United States, allows immigrants in to help the economy, and if Black Americans were so beneficial to the U.S. economy, why would they open the borders to everyone else to come in? Then pushing Black Americans
Because
down.
if you look on the media,
Total.
a lot of times it's the Black people who are taking down the economy. Sorry to say that, but if
Why?
you go to MLK, I'm sorry to say that. I'm not happy or proud to say that, but if you look at the media, that's what it shows. If you look on the media, you're going to see a shooting in DC. If you go to MLK in whatever city you're in, you're not going to see a crowd of predominantly white people building up money. We know what MLK looks like. Now, I'm
But
not
we
just
know
talking
why
about
they.
the MLK here. I'm talking about the MLK when you go to Detroit or the MLK when you go to another city. We know what MLK looks like.
Y'all know they sugarcoat stuff. You know they sugarcoat stuff, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, if what I hear, and I think that what we all should be really paying attention to is Black people. Since the great thing happened that Barack Obama became president, you know what all Black people started doing? Saying, that ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? They ain't paying me enough. I want a bigger. I want more. I deserve more. I should be getting more. Well, what are these immigrants doing? They're taking the $10, $11 an hour while you're asking for 20. You talk about why it's bringing the economy back together? Well, because 20 of them are living in one house while we don't want all 5 of us in one. We want to make sure mom got her house, dad got his house, grandma got her house. We are taking up space. We are starting to evolve. We're starting to take over the majority role.
Yep.
So yeah, they're gonna start complaining. Oh, they're messing up the economy. They're taking all the money. We can't. We make $1 million. We got to give them 500,000, 800,000 of it. Come on, man. We give them. We with these immigrants. They're gonna take what they're taking, whatever. Because what happened? It's a cycle. We used to take whatever. We used to be like, feed me, feed me, feed me. I'm happy. Now we like, I'm not gonna do that. I got my own business. Nah, what? Work. When I listen, I'll be there when I get there. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Oh no, I got credentials. Oh, I went to college. Oh, I have a degree now. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking like the white man used to talk. And it's like, oh, that's scary. They're like, oh, they messing up the economy. They getting smart. they becoming geniuses. That always fucks up the economy when one starts learning, especially when it means that equal.
Last question in regards to this topic. So you guys see Detroit, you see Baltimore, these cities where quote unquote white flight has occurred.
What? White what?
White flight. Have you guys heard of that term?
Nah, break it down for me.
It's basically when the more populated with Black people, whites pick up their bags and they just move out.
Mm-hmm.
And they leave the communities to the Blacks. And these cities are devastation. Like you look at them, they're ran into the ground.
Oh, girl, Baltimore just went ham right now.
Black Americans can build communities like Black Wall Street and do so well. Why isn't it happening now?
Because they burnt that bitch down.
No, I'm talking about now. Why aren't they recreating it now?
Because they burnt that shit down.
So what
What do you think they're gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do now?
Entertainers, you think they're just gonna burn down their stuff? Like there's no consequences for burning it down?
Yes. They will. Or they'll send in the mold, rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, to do it.
That sounds like conspiracy trauma. J Money, can I get your perspective?
But what happens when you try to get too much? Look what they say. What happens when a black man tries to get too much? They take him out.
Are you asking me why they won't rebuild this, or why it's been torn down the way it is?
I'm gonna restate what I said. So, cities like Baltimore, Detroit, where white flight may have occurred, if Black Americans can build communities like Black Wall Street and it be so successful, why aren't they doing it now?
Will it be as successful now? And I think that's the reason why. Nobody wants to build up a building. If it's not going to be successful in this day and age now, why build up a building that's going to be torn down within 10 years? Why take 10 years?
Well, a community of like just funded by maybe the richest Blacks in America, like just a whole community built by Blacks for Blacks and exists with Blacks. Like, why aren't they recreating it now? Like, why isn't it? I can't say they. Why isn't it being recreated now? If you know what I'm saying, like, why?
Because we haven't asked Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have millions and billions of dollars.
They just bought a $200 million house. Speaking of which,
I mean, y'all tripping right now. Like y'all not even going. What? All right, look at the last three.
The questions. Okay?
Look. But you say it hasn't been tried. You said it hasn't been tried though.
It hasn't been tried. I said, why doesn't it exist now? Now go ahead.
Because they keep killing off the people doing it. That puts these infrastructures together. Whoever it is. I'm not talking about the system as in the government. I'm talking about they're dying. Look, Nipsey Hussle started to build a community and give jobs to his community. Murdered by his own people and his own kind in his own neighborhood. Let's go. Young Thug. He was rising. He was rising. His name is stock. But the minute he bought Slime City and announced that he was going to create a city and give jobs and do all this other stuff, RICO charge comes. I mean, like, I could go on and on and on.
Do you think Black people are Black people's downfall?
No, because it's not just Black people that's going to take us down. Like, you got to understand something, right? Infrastructures are put in place now. There was a reason why Black Wall Street was burnt down in the first place. There's a reason why a lot of stuff that we went through back then, we still go through to today. So we're talking about cycles and cycles and cycles. We see this. All our leaders get taken out. Whether it be a white man, whether it be a Black man, the government, I don't care, whatever. They just not they're not surviving. Yeah, like we can't keep them around to fulfill the dream. Dolph had all this property that nobody really spoke about, but then he's taken out by his own kind. So we realized, start asking ourselves, like, a lot of people are getting into this like selfish mentality because it's like, I gotta look out for me. I gotta make sure I'm good. I gotta stay safe. Like, whatever. Who can we trust? You can't even put together a team of Black people no more without one of them fighting over the idea of who's the boss.
Yeah.
Well,
control.
That was that. I just wanted to get you guys' perspective on that topic. Now I want to get to the juice.
A lot of people not happy playing in the background, though. You gotta understand that a lot of people want to be in the light, and they won't play in the background for so long. That's what gets really creepy. People like to play in the background while they're plotting their move to take the light.
They don't know how to play their part.
Raz B.
First of all, do you watch Bad Boys on Zeus?
No.
Y'all tripping out here. Get the daggone Zeus network, man.
Are you talking about Bad Boy, the new Bad Boys? You talking about the new one, right?
He's talking. I know what you're talking about. I just don't.
J Money don't even watch the baddies, so he tripping.
Oh no, I ain't watch that shit. No, I ain't watch that. I
I
think
don't
you're talking about
watch
something
that
else.
either. But I would like to. The only thing I would like to see on Zeus is Roland. The one with Roland Ray. I haven't seen that yet. Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Nice.
I haven't seen that yet.
Great show. Great. Every show on
I
Zeus
just want to
Network
see
is amazing.
Shamako. I want to see what's up with this dude Shamako because I'm confused as to, and this is no disrespect, so don't come looking for me if you hear this. I just want to know, like, is that like what kind of defect do he have? Like, is that like did he get in an accident or was he born like that? Or like that's just my curiosity because he be going extra hard and I mean it's kind of like I be like should they fight him back or like I don't know.
Is he handicapped or something? Who's Shamako?
Ain't he on bad boys, baddie boys? What is it? What's it called? With the guys?
I don't know. I just call it Bad Boys. I don't know the name of it. I'm not
Yeah,
weird.
ain't he on there?
Maybe. I haven't seen a Shamako yet.
I only know who he is because he had got jumped or beat up or something, and it was on TikTok, and they was making fun of it.
Yeah, Anthony got jumped. Raw got jumped, and Hemi just ran off names. Yeah, Chef D's a snake. He like jumping people. But go ahead.
Okay,
what was going to be your question?
Rasby, if you guys remember, so my question about Shamako is was he born like that or whatever? So when you watch the show next, just ask your wife and ask her if she know who he is and then come back and tell me next week.
I know the cast well. They say their names at the beginning of the show. I'll watch it again.
No, he's not on there. He
not.
Like he be to the like.
Nah, he not on there. He not
this season. He probably not on there this season, but I think he was on there.
Maybe.
Cause he be fighting all the time.
I'd remember a weird person.
Don't call him that. All right, so
you know what saying? He's standing like this to the side and shit.
You know what? You're not about to get me.
I remember somebody that's still like that.
I'm not messing with you. So, Raz B recants everything that he accused Chris Stokes of.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
You didn't see this?
No, I did not see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that is some news to me, Raz B.
He was my protector.
Wow.
All right, let me so Raz B writes, I'm a made man. Here it goes. Truth. Mature grown DeMario after countless counseling. He said he was abused by bro brother. Who's bro brother?
Hey.
I was abused by bro brother and others. They all used and abused me like a rag doll. By the time my cousin took custody over me, I was a mess. He was not my enemy. I focused all my pain, frustration, and anger built up from my past and took it out on my cousin. And I never understood why. Maybe because B2K broke up and he was no longer in my life. Chris was never my pain. He was my protector, my peace, and my friend. People like Steve and the terrible things in Cleveland I told him about, Ricky forcing me to do things, those are things I should have dealt with. Like all the monsters in my life that actually did these things to me. Chris was never that guy. I made the world think he was. I made the world think he was. I remember why my cousin fought so hard to save me, because I needed Chris. And then I attacked the only person who helped me. It's time to let the world know the truth. Love you, my cuz. Chris, I pray you continue to be my peace and protector. I miss you. P.S. MH has always been my favorite artist. Immature all day. Marcus Houston. Marquis. What do you guys think about this?
Wow. That really grinds my gears.
That's my favorite quote.
So at this point, he's going on record saying he's a liar. He's going on record saying he's a liar. So I can't believe him. I don't know if he's lying now or lying then. I'm just going to have to. I'm more inclined to go with the first thing he said, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm more inclined to go with the first thing he said. The second thing, your career, you need it. You need it. You gotta fix some things in the house, cool. But some things just can't be unsaid and undone.
I think sometimes it's too fucking late. It's too late. Like sometimes you need to address things at the time. It's just too fucking late. Like how many years ago was this? How many fucking years ago was this? It's too
back when B2K was relevant, I guess, or irrelevant.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, I don't know what to say, guys.
He can't. It's like no backsies. Like no backsies.
I mean, that's deep. If I was Chris, I would sue the hell out of him just to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, nah. Then he'll go back and say. Then he can come back and say, "I just said that because whatever. I really haven't. I just said."
They need to bring back celebrity deathmatch, and
but you know what?
This and watching this because they just need to bring that back. That's what needs to happen. They have celebrity deathmatch. They make the little Play-Doh cartoons of these motherfuckers and have them whoop each other's ass because that's what the fuck needs to happen. They need to bring that shit back. What happened to celebrity deathmatch, man?
But you know what's crazy though? That statement still doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It could just mean that you wasn't hurt. You wasn't here to hurt me. You was just hurting me, but you wasn't trying to.
What the hell?
You know what I mean? He was hurt. He was saying he was hurt that B2K broke up, so he took it out on he took it out on Chris. Everything that he was going through up at that point, but maybe the relationship or maybe the inappropriateness did happen, and maybe he shouldn't have. He's saying maybe I shouldn't have blown it up and made the world think you were some pedophile when you wasn't. Maybe it because he never said it didn't happen.
Right.
He just said that other people took it without asking, but not Chris. You never did that.
That was his protector.
That's real. That's a real powerful statement. You know what I'm saying? That's really powerful. That's really powerful. Like when women be like, "Yeah, all the other guys played me, but you never played me like that." What the hell are we looking at?
Okay.
Man, get this. No.
The foot is going on.
We ain't fucking with you unless you sucking toes.
That's her song. She sing that song?
No, that's
I'm about to say, hell no. Robbie, give his own goddamn. She got the damn.
Where the niggas at?
What's the chick from that movie they was talking about with the buzz on her feet?
No, this is actually a transgender, and from the DMV.
I'm about to say it looks like a man's foot.
Bruh.
It's Cardi B's hairstylist.
Bruh.
So we're gonna go to her page right quick, and then I'm gonna come back to. Is she in the comments? I don't know if she in the comments because I don't think she in the comments. But okay, so let me play this, and then we're gonna go to her page. So.
Hey you all, it's me Tokyo here. I just wanted to come and share a little insight.
Oops, my bad. Sorry.
I'm glad you did that.
Hey you all, it's me Tokyo here. I just wanted to come and share a little insight on some things that I've never shared with anyone else that you guys do not know. I've been struggling and dealing with some foot problems and insecurities that I've had since I was younger. That's part of the reason why you've never seen my feet in my photos, and if you have, they were edited.
Bruh.
So yeah,
All right, so we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. I feel bad.
Bruh.
I feel bad for her.
Why? That comes from. Don't do this. Don't play me like this. Don't play with us like this. Don't do this to us.
Don't do what?
See, this is why y'all guys gotta not be liking up everything on Instagram.
Oh shit. You know what?
All right, Cardi.
No, that's not Cardi. That's her.
That's terrible. Why are you showing all these transgenders, bro? Looking like these? This is terrible.
This is Tokyo. This is the person who I just showed you who's having a foot surgery.
Wasn't that other picture Cardi?
What other picture?
Yeah, underneath of it, or was that all her?
This is Cardi because she
Yeah,
does Cardi
okay.
hair, but this is her.
Yeah, I thought I saw Cardi on that page.
So
this is so weird. Are those edited? Are those the edited feet? Yeah. Bruh, really trying to hide the feet though.
where'd J Money go? Oh, he got the fuck out of here. So I felt bad. But the comments is what really sent me, and
Why
I feel bad because
oh no,
that's gotta be painful. But knowing that there's a surgery to fix everything nowadays, I think
I've been thinking about getting the ab one, the one to get my abs right.
Oh, the male BBL.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
7K. I can have abs of steel real quick or abs of silicone.
All right, so we are at that mark. Let's get into this last topic.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish you never showed us that moment, but it's cool. It's cool.
Some things you can't unsee.
Are prostitutes necessary for society?
Yes.
I'm about to say, you want to ask me or Success first?
I'm asking both of y'all.
I was gonna say
He gave his answer. It's your turn now.
I was definitely gonna say yes.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys to elaborate. I'm glad we all agree. Now I'm gonna ask you to elaborate. Why do you feel like prostitutes or sex workers are necessary for society?
I mean, if there's a horny man riding around, would you rather him pay for it or find someone to take it?
There we go. There we go.
So I feel like sex workers definitely are necessary for society. I feel like they help keep marriages together. I feel like they help relieve a lot of the aggression in the men in our society, like you said.
I'm sorry. Can we go back to keeping the marriage together?
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
She tried to buy your starter, bitch. You can't just run like that through that one like that. Hell nah.
No, keep the marriages together. Let's pause on that one for a second.
Please elaborate.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. I'm definitely about to get into it right now. Okay, where should
Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. Popcorn.
Oh, please pull it out.
People get married.
Whoa.
Come on.
People get married. They're in a relationship for quite some time. They start to have children. Years go by. They don't really have the same sexual drive for each other that they had when they first met.
Okay.
Why?
Sometimes the women. I'm not even going to use women. I'm going to start with I have to use women. So sometimes women go through body changes and they're sometimes often not in the mood. Or they'll put their man on punishment, which I don't believe in, for more than 2 weeks without sex or whatever.
That's crazy. So,
a man could either leave you or go relieve himself and come back. Just to keep the household for you and the children or whatever. So I feel like even when a man is frustrated and he knows that his wife he can't express his feelings, or he's not getting the support that he needs to get from his wife. Workers or prostitutes don't only just have sex with people; they're also a companionship. So he may have that person that he calls, he pays to talk to on the phone, express his ideas. She may, kind of like a therapist. So in that aspect for a man, instead of him getting frustrated and leaving, he actually has an outlet to relieve his frustration, and then it may save the marriage.
So now he's double cheating.
How is he double cheating?
He's double cheating. He's now taking money out of the household that can help in that household somewhere to put it in another woman's pocket, also while having sex with her or building a companionship with her. He's double cheating.
I mean, well, a man could take money out of the household for numerous of reasons. Maybe to buy a sports car that him and his wife didn't agree on.
That's better than him going to get a sex worker.
That doesn't benefit her, though.
Women pay for sex, right? Women could pay for sex too.
I mean, I haven't reached that age yet, so I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's nothing worse than a woman doing that, bro.
You think
because
so?
Yes, bro, because that's really like she's really detached from from a real relationship if she's doing that.
You think so?
Yes.
Some women may pay.
Listen, if her man is having a flat tire, you know what I'm saying? He's going through a flat tire situation. He's not going to be able to get the tire fixed for 2 weeks until the check comes. If she's like, all right, during this 2-week period while he's going through his flat tire syndrome, I'm going to go out and do my thing and then come back.
Nah, bro.
So when women pay for sex, it's not like a cash exchange most of the time. Like, I feel like women pay for sex in other ways. Like, they may buy a man a PlayStation, or they may take a man shopping, or buy him some clothing, or pay his phone bill, or
either way,
etc. But I think sex workers, either when it's a male sex worker or a female sex worker, I feel like they do have a place in society.
Yeah,
it's
like
necessary for society.
Yeah, to keep the balance. They keep the balance. Like they keep the balance. But like I said, like a woman using a sex worker is way worse than a man using a sex worker. It's the psychological, like you said, the psychological makeup in a man paying for sex is the idea that I can't get it for free. Right?
I mean,
a woman's idea of paying for it is so that I don't have to deal with the emotional attachment that comes along with it.
Facts.
I think women pay, like, I don't know. That's weird. Because if I think of a woman paying for sex, I'm thinking, like, why would you? There's so many, like, you could pick up any guy off the street and be like, hey.
But she don't want them to get attached. She don't want them to, she's a boss. She don't want that. She's thinking like a man.
One night stand. He don't have to know your name or have your phone number. How is there going to be an attachment? Why would you pay somebody?
Exactly.
That's free.
I had a woman.
Nah. A real bossed up ass woman ain't just fucking no any nigga for free. Like that, like off the street.
No,
like
when I say free, I mean like men are free. Like,
yeah, nah, but there's a
man for something that men are willing to give away for free.
If she was willing to do that, she'd be in a relationship.
No, not necessarily. Maybe she's a workaholic. Who knows? I don't know.
That's why she's not in a relationship, because the emotional attachment that would take her from becoming or take her off her game, off her grind, and she's not willing to give that to a man. Like she's like, I'm locked in. But when a man is doing it, he's doing it because he's not getting it for free. And he needs it.
Over the years, there's been a back and forth between dancers and sex workers. And dancers somehow feel like sex workers are dirty.
Let me just tell you, it's the difference, and I understand the frustration. So a dancer cannot compete with somebody who's sucking dick. I'm just going to just keep it clear. Like, if she's going in there to dance and to try to get her money from dancing, it's hard for her to do her job when the other girls in there is going to get that nigga some head, it's harder for her to make her money. So I understand why the dancers can be frustrated with the head givers.
All right.
I understand the frustration. Like I heard it from a
Who
female's
got
mouth.
time to be fucking bruising their knees up and getting fucking calluses on their hands?
Well, I'm not trying to be funny, but a dancer is there to simply entertain. Like a street sex worker is to finish the job.
Yeah, but sex workers work in the strip club.
Yeah, that
Strip club. So what he's saying is the sex workers are coming to the strip club to get their dates or whatever, and the dancers are just there to dance, but the sex worker is down for whatever. So instead of him spending all his money tipping you, he's just gonna give her the whole night to just get the job done.
correct. It's faster.
I don't think
It gets you home. It gets you home quicker.
I don't believe that sex workers are dirty in comparison to dancers or everyday women. I feel like they have to keep themselves checked up. They go through a lot. Like it's a lot that sex workers go through, and they don't get enough credit for the work that they do in this community.
Hey, it's all about the environment. It's all about the environment
out there working.
No, not the ones that's not the non-classy ones, not the non-classy ones that's just doing it behind the parking lot and stuff like that. Like keep it classy. Get yourself a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like get yourself a hotel. Like come on, man, keep it classy, man. Like don't be out here just being anything. That's all I say. Don't be sloppy with it.
All right, so look, it's
even if you're in a strip club, don't be in the ratchet strip clubs. Like I know something like that.
Because look, I'm gonna tell you the other thing that happened. So some of the strippers got mad because they're like their clients got taken away by these social media sex workers. So it's these girls who are online having sex with toys and stuff, and motherfuckers paying for the video. And the other ones are like, man, that's stopping them from coming to the strip club. So it's a whole organization that I didn't realize of different types of sex workers that goes down to a deeper level. But I'm just learning this week. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, a sex worker. You know what I'm saying? Like a hoe will be a hoe. But no, there's different levels of this shit.
Well, we have about a good 27 minutes left. And what I really like to do is divulge in the facts of why J Money was researching sex work.
I wasn't researching sex workers.
You just said you were studying sex work.
Listen, it all happened on accident because I was just trying to I was trying to shoot a video at a party. I didn't realize the party that I was shooting it at was a strip party. And then when I saw the flyer to the party, I was like, oh nah, bro.
It's an orgy.
Yeah, I was like, this is not the type of, you know what I'm saying, joint I was trying to indulge in. But it was cool because I was meeting some of the other girls who were going to be there and stuff. So this is why I was talking to these 3 different girls. I was meeting the girls who were going to be in the video. And then I realized that these were 3 totally different. One was a dancer, one was about to put something in her mouth, and the other one was about to do it all. So
let me ask you.
Okay.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. Would you rather spend your money with a dancer, or would you rather just pay to get the job done? Which is more enticing for you?
I'd rather make sure all my wife's bills is paid and our house is taken care of.
You guys, get out of here.
Let me put that out there first.
I'm about to catch you on camera saying nothing off the wall, okay?
Let me put that out there for America. I like to take care of my household. And when I get a little bit of change, I take care of it.
You had to give advice to another man, right?
Yeah, no, you definitely.
Would you? And he was like, man, I think it's like this shorty right here, man.
I do believe that you should be paying for what you want. You know, like I mean,
J Money.
I believe you get what you deserve.
Excuse me.
Like, so what about the guys, right? And what made me think of this topic is there's a lot of incels in the Black manosphere. And it was a study that came out that said more men are losing their virginity after the age of 30. So men aren't getting laid.
No, men aren't trying.
No, men aren't getting laid, especially in this climate where the women nowadays is basically like F and F. Like, What you got? What you got going on? Oh, he got more money than you. I want me a 6-figure nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they're not looking at the everyday guys, and like guys within their peers, it's hard to get laid. So what happens? Like how do they relieve their sexual frustration?
You already know how, but what's crazy is this.
The new Gok 3000. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, but it's crazy because they're usually,
tracks.
when they move out of their culture and out of their area zone is when they start to get more relaxed, because they start meeting women that don't think or that's not where they from. Because where they from is.
All right, let me just. What about the ones that are not easy on the eyes? There are guys that are not easy on the eyes and females that are not easy on the eyes. And what would they do to get laid?
But that's why the porn industry
Other
is.
than get someone drunk beyond recognition.
No, but that's why the porn industry is the one of the most profitable businesses in the world.
People need human interaction. What you gonna flicker and jerk off for the
Nah, people don't really need. People do not need human interaction.
You don't think so?
No. This, as selfish as this world is, y'all really think people care about human interactions anymore? Yeah. People care about getting the job done and getting back to whatever it is they were doing. More people rather wake up happily and do whatever the hell they want to do than to have to think about human contact or interactions.
I'm talking about sexually, not just.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, after they get finished, they just want to be done and do what the hell they want to do. They don't care about nothing else. Especially in today's world. And if a female is telling you $40, take me on a date, I gotta go to Ruth Chris, $100, you know what I'm saying? Every time you start thinking to yourself, fuck it.
Elon Musk just made the robot.
Yeah.
Elon Musk just made the robot. So
so guys can get it on with a robot.
And niggas about to be happy as hell.
And that voice commands, you know what I'm saying? So you can tell her to call you daddy when, you know what I'm saying, at the time and all that shit.
And you can tell her rub your back,
like
give you a massage. You can tell her all types of crazy shit.
That men have to resort to robots because they can't get women?
Nah, it's not that. Yeah, why you say that when y'all resorted to robots years ago?
Yeah, y'all been on the toys.
I mean, size
the road goes crazy. I was about to invest and sell, get a percentage.
I think that's all about size with those toys. As far as these new roses and stuff like that, I don't know.
All that shit is designed to keep us from interacting with each other more and more and more.
Yes,
and it's putting us like. There's a reason why virtual reality is about to be super big. Like, people gonna throw those bitches on. That bitch could be fucking in China as long as she's saying everything you want to hear, talking to you every day, thought of them stupid ass glasses, shit. Y'all got y'all robots together. This is all weird type shit, man. Do you watch the game?
I want one of those, but I did see Pete Davidson's new special Bumpkins, and he had one of those on. And I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but if that's where the future is going, y'all gonna have some fun, guys.
So I watched this show. You watched this show called Survivor Series on Stars, right? The basketball player, his mom, she's dating a billionaire Chinese guy, right? Well, he's in China, she's in San Francisco, miles apart. He misses her, so he sends her a robot of himself, and he has a robot of her. He's a billionaire. He bought these. He called on FaceTime and said, hey, this is how we can spend time together when we're not together. That was on a TV show years ago.
He's a billionaire. She lives in San Francisco. He's in China, right across the water. And
he definitely hops on his plane all the time. But this particular situation, he had to be strictly in China and locked in, because he was locking in a big business deal for his fashion line, his shoes and stuff like that. But he's normally always in San Francisco with her. But in this particular episode, it was to introduce the idea of where the world is going. How they use it. They use TV to introduce where the world is going. And that was to show us that this is where the world is going. We don't need to be together. You can have your robot, I can have my robot, and we can be good together as long as we are still saying and giving each other that emotional support and that support that we all crave for.
Yeah.
That's why most girls rather party with their girlfriends because they can get in there and they be like, yeah, girl, turn up, do your thing. As opposed to with their dude because he's like, yo, why you gotta do that? You find very rare couples where they can go in there and turn up together.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you check your homeboy who's in a relationship if he was in a club trying to holler at another chick?
No.
So I'm gonna tell you, just for me, because I've been in that situation before, I would just let him know.
You have,
bro. No, like as my man, I'd be like, bro, you know what you're doing? Like,
who was
you know
it?
what you're doing. We're not gonna do that.
Like I've been in that situation, and all I've done, like, I have watched my man talk to a girl, but I've never let him like, okay, like y'all can't go to the bathroom, y'all can't do all this shit. Like, I'm watching my man's back to make sure he not being set up in the club and shit like that. But in the same breath, I'm not about to tell that man, hey, what you doing? You got a girl at home. I don't know what's going on at their house.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in their household. I'm just making sure. I'm like, bro, you know what you're doing? As long as you know, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my business to go in and be blocking or doing no shit like that. Like, I don't think that's my job.
Yeah, and this even reading this is a red flag for me.
Let's hear what he
Let's hear it.
My boy got mad at me. Now he ain't talking to me because we in the club and he tried to talk to these women, but he married. And I told him, hey, bro, you need to cut that out. He talking, man, why you hating, bro? Well, I ain't hating. I ain't tell you to walk down that aisle. I ain't tell you introduce me to this woman and you go get that ring on your finger. Got me out on this wedding, spending all this money to come to y'all wedding to watch you come in this club and cheat and mess it all up. That's my money I spent on your wedding. I spent my money on your wedding, and I spent a lot of it too. We all in Vegas and all of that, all these casinos, and I'm spending all of my money. Nah, y'all stand together. You the one introduced me to this lady. Got me calling her sis all the time, and all I'm not gonna be lying in this woman face. Boy, you better go get you a drink. I pay for it. Get you a drink and sit down somewhere, bro, because you ain't finna. Nah, I spent too much money on y'all wedding.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk to him no more. He on some hating ass shit. He on some weird ass hating shit. Yeah, I get man. Hey friend, just get that man his money back so you can be free to cheat and do have a good time in the club. Get that man his money back.
So I'm biased, right? So if it was my homegirl that was married, like, I probably wouldn't say nothing. But if it's like one of my homeboys that's married or in a relationship, like, I definitely would say something. I'd be like,
hypocrite.
Like, come on.
You ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that. That's wild. I let my homegirl go get her rocks on, but my homeboy, he nasty. Can't hurt no woman like that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, listen, that's what I'm saying. When I say to my man, like, you know what you're doing, all right, that's on you. As long as you know what you're doing, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like, all right, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like, fuck whatever that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck whatever was happening there. I'm doing this. All right, nigga, you know what you're doing. I'm just trying to make sure that you not motherfucking didn't get drugged or some other shit and you just tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
so this is the reality. This is the reality, right? I don't give a damn if J Money, being my homeboy, says to me now, I am getting married, bro. I want you in my wedding and meet my wife. Like, okay, cool. I've now met your wife. The clock starts at that time. I now know your wife.
Okay.
But the clock that I've known you started 4-5 years prior to.
Facts.
So even if you do get caught cheating, even if she decides that she hates all of us, she's not my friend anyway. So she'll go back to wherever she came from. I'll never see her again. I'll still see my homeboy every day. That's where I'm with. My ties is with my homeboy, not to your girlfriend. And I'm not even caring about, oh, now I call her sis and I'm talking to her, I look in her face.
So
Like,
you
what?
wouldn't feel guilty if you and your homeboy went out and he was just running amok, and the next morning you had breakfast with him and his wife. You ain't gonna feel guilty?
Nah.
But
Nah.
you at least tell him like, damn, dog, you ain't have to do it like that.
I'm not gonna feel guilty because at the end of the day, could you imagine like telling somebody some shit and they get mad at you, right? And then on top of that, not knowing what they really going through and all like really not knowing what they really going through because they haven't really like tried to let you in on that. Like men are real prideful in their relationships. And I again say this. Most men, I gotta add that word in there because I don't want to be like I'm the man crusader, but most men are not just out trying to knock down everything they see. Like when they get good, when they get happy, when everything is right, they're going home. They don't give a damn about what's out here. So if that man just got married and he's still looking around, there's something in the water. Something is wrong in his household. And when he figure that shit out, he'll stop doing that. But I'm not going to mess up my friendship because of what this man is doing in his house that I don't even live in. And I'm not about to be checking my pockets every time this man about to mess up. I'm not about to be walking around like, come on, bro, I paid for this, bro, and you about to ruin my money. You about to mess up my money. Like, what? Bro, the money's spent. You broke. You hurting. You need it back.
Hey,
Whatever the case may be.
I
But
mean,
I'm not about to have you thinking that you about to be a crusader for my wife that you don't even know.
I mean, just to let you know how the situation did end, my friend ended up getting a divorce from his wife and he's moved on. You know what I'm saying? He's moved on to somebody else, and that's still my friend. I'm not because I'm friends with his wife or whatever. Yes, I met his wife, but at the end of the day, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he moved on to the next. So,
bro, let me tell you what's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even like my friends talking to my wife. Like, hey, tell Tiff I said what's up. Hey, Tiff, whatever. Any one of my friends say, tell Tiff hi when they hear in the background, I say, she said, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. She said, go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't really care. That's not something that is the value, right? Like, my wife has her friends that she talks to that make sure she's good every day. I make sure she's good every day. And the fact that you know I'm good, then you know the wife is good. So that's all that really matters. Like, I'm not like one of those people like, oh, no, don't talk to guys and don't do this. Woody. You know what I'm saying? But I do realize that you have to draw lines in the sand when it comes to friends and relationships. There are some friends that have been together through both of y'all's existence, right? That may feel like, okay, I can play a little role because I know both of y'all just as long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but still, the question is, whose friend are you? You know what I'm saying? Because people, unless y'all grew up in school together, right? Met the first day in kindergarten and shit like that, and then two of y'all ended up dating. There is no you can be friends with both parties equally. Like, who is your friend?
Yeah, who's your friend?
Who is the one you talking to every day, loyal to? Like, who is your friend? Like,
pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. Speaking of
picking
a
gotta pick a side.
Rick Ross or DJ Envy?
Rose. Speaking of Rose, I'm voting for the mayor of my city.
I'm so sorry. I just feel like that whole situation is just highly disrespectful.
What do you mean? What happened?
All right.
I know they're having a car show. Rick Ross, something happened. The city did something, but he's still having his car show. DJ Envy went to work with a correctional officer outfit on. And then Rick Ross came back and said something about giving DJ Envy's wife a job.
So let's just break down a little more to what happened. So it started off, and when I feel like DJ Envy's wife opened up this opportunity for him to get disrespected, because she stated in the interview that she was faking an orgasm for over 20 years, for 2 decades, right? And from there, Rick Ross then went and made the clip saying that he's hiring for a job as the pickle paddle polisher. the pickle paddle polisher to polish his pickle pad when he, and went into saying if she hasn't, you know what I'm saying, been dealing with the pickle right, he got a paddle for her. And, you know what I'm saying, to go into that is where the disrespect came in. Like, I just think it was disrespectful for Rick Ross to go in and say that afterwards. I thought it was kind of funny at first. I was laughing, and then when it went to the second part, I was like, oh, this nigga disrespectful. Like, that shit rude as hell. Like, don't you know, keep your fucking wife's name out people's mouth? Didn't you see what Will did? Like, leave people's wives' names just out.
I keep saying Will Smith. Will Smith did some bitch ass shit. I only did that because it was
right, but
Will Smith wouldn't have been smack no other comedian like that with his bitch ass.
My only question is, why would someone fake an orgasm for 20 years?
Why would you
I can answer this. For that not 50-50 y'all talk about. That's how you get it. That's how you get 100% of your bills paid, ladies.
Because in my mind, I'm like, why not teach him how to help you get there as opposed to just
teaching pooey. Why teach when all you gotta do is fake it, get it over with real quick, and he ain't gotta go to a sex worker. You know, let him go ahead and finish what he need to do so he can get back to making sure the house is good. That's a woman that's thinking ahead. She's thinking ahead. And it's crazy because DJ Envy never tried. He never cared. Obviously, he never cared to really get her off. Obviously.
So why? I mean, for the money.
Yep. The money make us do wild things.
After about 5 years, you actually don't you actually really start loving somebody, and don't you really just don't you get used to it and find different ways of excitement with it? Like, I don't know. You're married.
I'm pretty sure she crept off plenty of nights to the bathroom after he rolled over and went to sleep.
She didn't say that she faked being in love with him for 20 years. Or
right.
Orgasm, like, why? Like, how could you not one day, like, he got there? Like, I mean, so y'all, I don't know.
He got the yes.
Or
she don't even know what one is.
Or DJ Envy need a penis enlargement. I mean,
oh my God.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Like, I really love it.
At one time, like.
All right. I'm gonna tell you like this. God bless DJ Envy and his wife, and Rick Ross. Definitely a classic. And I think in this battle, Rick Ross will definitely win it because he doesn't need anything from Envious, and Envious doesn't need anything from him. So this is just really a battle of wits. This isn't about money or nothing like that. Envy is cool and fine in his lane, and Ross is obviously cool and fine in his lane. But the jabs that Envy has, Rick Ross using his house as an Airbnb, why not? It's one of the biggest houses in the world, and he rents it out for movies and things like that. Why not? He's hardly there because he's a very busy man, and it's profitable, right? And it also landed him a role and how he got his talking role in Coming to America too. So kudos to them. What I really don't understand is how DJ Envy could really sit up there and be hating on a black man doing something that a lot of people in America are doing, Airbnb their homes out. You know, I believe that Envy probably has a few Airbnbs. Yeah, so it was hilarious to me. But what's he gonna do? Keep talking about Rick Ross on his radio station and giving Rick Ross more and more clout, and Rick Ross is gonna keep talking about him on his social media. So Rick Ross is gonna win this at the end of the day.
Well, I guess that's it. While y'all still in here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for us at the bottom. So I know it's Memorial Day weekend. You guys got any big plans?
No, I didn't even know. I'm terrible with holidays. I get in so much trouble about it. I didn't know it was Memorial Day this weekend. So I guess the pool's open, right?
It should be after this weekend.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all get some good weed now. Get some good weed. And if you in my area, which I won't say where I'm at, but if you know where I'm at, I'm gonna tell you some places, man, that you might not want to be going. But I'm gonna tell y'all that next Monday, because it's wild out here, man. It's a lot of huff going on.
Oh yeah, places you shouldn't go is definitely Florida. Yeah, I'm mad we didn't get into that today, but we'll definitely talk about that as well next week. Because I'm not liking this. I'm not really liking this spin on things. Like
I'm not liking it either. But I ain't going to all these places I'm gonna name. Y'all shouldn't be going after May 31st, because the world is about to get crazy. Shout out to DMV area, Maryland. Gonna be 100% recreational and medical, so that's good for the area. And y'all can no longer be pulled over for the weed smell, as they say, and check the search. So that's all gonna be good. But y'all black, so don't get your hopes up. They're gonna still find something to pull you out the car for. Well, y'all already know what time it is, I guess, right?
Yes, it is time for us to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in.
I enjoyed it.
And
oh, she got it! Yes, sir. Get that! Oh,
and we are live.
What it do? Y'all already know. Hey, next week I definitely got an intro. Let's see what I wear next.
It's the one and only.
We out.